Look who made it into the lap this morning. Quick and easy. No 3 and 4 rounds. No forcing him into my lap either. He just boop stepped in and laid down. You see, it gets better. It gets better with time. It does. The softening, the opening of the heart all happens in time without forcing. Sometimes you gotta give a little bit of a nudge, a little help. But with time, he's been after me since I opened my eyes. It's actually not even, my eyes were closed and he was on top of me meowing this morning. So he's been begging for that thread. I don't know if that's a saying, but I just made it one. Yeah, my swaggy. All right, Shakti Shiva Tarot, how y'all doing today? Let's see what's going on in the cards for y'all. Swag, are you going to allow this to happen? 10-10, practice self-love. Nurture your inner child. Yeah. That's what I'm about to go do. Yeah, get out there, play. You know, any opportunity to nurture your inner child is, divine. There is, I just realized this card is beautiful. Wow. Lots of flowers, roses, cherry blossoms, daisies. What kind of, that's a specific, I don't know what that is, but there's also a woman and she's got flowers in her hair. So maybe you like to wear flowers in your hair, but also there's an energetic womb and belly with a baby. So I know this has been coming up a lot in the read, and look, there's kind of like this rainbow energy. So maybe for some of you, it's a baby after a loss, a rainbow baby, but you know, there's spirit baby energy in this card. But also this is your own inner child, right? Nurturing your own inner child, giving it what it needs. What does your inner child need? Maybe it needs play. Maybe it needs rest. Maybe, you know, an adventure. It could literally just get some finger paints out and put out some poster paper and just play and create. There's no logic to it. It's like whatever, just, you know, sometimes I'll go with my friends to like hang out with their children and do things with their kids because it's always feeding my inner child. You know, we'll go to like the Crayola experience or the water park or SeaWorld, and it's like I get to enjoy my own inner child when I go and spend time with my friends and their babies, you know. So anything can be, you put on a pair of skates, jump rope, do a cartwheel, go to the beach, go to the lake. Yeah. Ceres, nurture, and Taurus, cultivate. This is definitely an opportunity to nurture and culture something. And for some of you, it could be cultivating land, agriculture, because I see the Sith there. It could be clearing things out, you know, clearing, you know, the Sith is to go in and clear out the land, but maybe this is clearing out our insides, clearing out our, you know, just those dead things that are no longer serving, those beliefs, those dead end beliefs, those dead end lifestyles, those cyclical patterns, you know, like really look to your patterns and how are your patterns helping you? Are they helping you or are they harming you? I've talked about this many times before. Cultivate Taurus. So sun, moon, rising. Maybe some of you guys are Taurus out there. Taurus is about the finer things in life, you know, the luxuries of life. Taurus likes, it's a creature of comfort. They can be, how do you say, undisciplined. A Taurus can be quite hedonistic because they like the luxurious lifestyle. They like to eat and to have a lot of sex and to be in this very luxurious kind of laid back, hedonistic, feed me and give to me and me, right? When we're out of balance, right? And we're not in our disciplined energy. We've got 7th house partners. So Libra and Taurus, heavy Taurus for sure, but partners. So there's a partnership on the table. There's a partnership that needs to be nourished, and it starts with nourishing your inner child. Did we notice? No, I just noticed right now. Nurture your inner child. Ceres, nurture. Yeah. So the number one thing to nurture in this partnership, in this connection, is your inner child. You probably bring out that inner child within each other with this person. Playing a lot, laughing a lot, like you guys, maybe it gets quite silly when you guys are together because, and sometimes these silly, how like when you play fight with someone, it can kind of turn into something that provokes you. There's something potentially that could be provoking here. Keep your inner child nurtured, that's for sure. Okay, let's get into some more. Let's find out what's going on. So, how is everyone doing? I know I already Shakti Shiva Tarot. Let's get into some more of these oracle energies before I get into the tarot. So, something is either going to or has provoked you in a relationship, but I feel like it is guiding you once again to nurture your inner child. The counsel, wisdom comes full circle. Wow. Your counsel of light, your counsel of ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels, your team, your spiritual entourage. This is it. They're showing up for you. You are at the center. Do you see this big glowing light? That is you. And your team has showed up to help nurture you and this connection. This is interesting. Very, very interesting. Look at the colors and how they're kind of synchronistically combined. They're monochromatic, red, orange, and yellows. Once again, the lower chakras. So healing the lower chakras, but we do have green here, which is heart chakra healing. And I mentioned that in the beginning. So maybe we need more heart healing, more inner child healing, more nurturing of our heart and our inner child. Yeah, I feel like there could have been tensions that arose in this connection. Tensions. Oh, wow. I was told to look at the bottom of the deck and look. Yeah. I'm going to take from the top. Wow. Justice. Truth prevails in the end. So if there was an injustice here in this connection, truth prevails in the end. Let's get more. Everywhere I go, I look around as if you'll magically be there. Our beliefs were just too different. I couldn't reconcile mine to yours. And that's where the provoker came in. I feel like that tension is being created because maybe you have very different beliefs. Maybe you have very different lifestyles. Maybe you have very different cultural backgrounds. And somebody just couldn't reconcile theirs with yours. When times got tough, I gave up on you too soon. And that's exactly what happened. Instead of sitting with this difference, right? Instead of loving you for your differences, your indifference, maybe it created indifference. Instead of loving through the indifference, somebody left and you felt betrayed. There was an injustice. Something is being reborn here, though, and I feel like it starts with the nurturing of your inner child, but it is in connection with your partner. Whether you are in contact or no contact, whether you are in relationship or not, your friends, you're lovers, you're married, whatever. It doesn't really matter here, okay? Let's get a little bit more on this. What is this partnership, this provocation? What is it? Oh my God, there's a lot here, but okay. Well, no one ever loved me again the way you did. I never appreciated you until you were gone. And for some, that has to happen in order for people to come to that realization. I know it sucks, but who are you to determine how they come to those realizations? Like, it's just, you know, it is what it is. You can't control that. You are my home, and now I feel like I'm out in the cold. Free will, choices, decisions, contact, inaction. Like I said, someone made an action that created no contact situation here. And now this person is heavily in those thoughts, thinking about the wrongs that they did. Had they not been in this time of separation without you, would they have come up to this conclusion? Would they have come up to this realization? Would they have had this breakthrough? Probably not. So allow them the free will that they need to go through the internal processes and nurture their inner child. You know, at the end of the day, if this is a true partner, you know, love doesn't have conditions. Love doesn't have like, oh yeah, anyways, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. There's a huge chunk to get read here. So my heart always comes back to you even when I don't want it to. And why would they not want it to? Because we already saw. Our beliefs were just too different. I couldn't reconcile mine to yours. Now, I feel like that's changing because I feel like this person is going through a complete rebirth, and they're being judged. They're sitting with the council. They're sitting with the higher guidance from above, and they're realizing that they made the wrong choices, and they want to right their wrongs. They want to make things right. They had to go on a sacred journey in order to find themselves. If this is someone that did not know themselves, this is part of nurturing the inner child. Understand who you truly are. This journey begins with self-discovery. My heart keeps coming back to you, even though I know you've lost faith in me. And that's also, it's like there's a part of them that is like, they're thinking, okay, well, you know, it's done, it's over. This person isn't gonna want me back. So all of these feelings they're feeling, what do I do with all these feelings? Because this person is going to be mad at me. They probably don't want to talk to me. They probably hate me. They probably don't have faith in me. They probably don't trust me anymore. How are they going to right their wrongs? By having a complete and major rebirth. They have to come in completely changed. And I'm not saying that you forced that change. I feel this is somebody who is choosing that change on their own free will because of the feelings that they're feeling now that they are apart from you. And for those of you who don't want, all right, click off now. Bye. Because I feel like this is going somewhere. I don't know, you know, maybe like, I don't want to feed into your not wanting, right? Or your whatever. Anyways, life has been empty without you. I try to distract myself by going out with my friends. So if you're seeing them online posting and being happy, they're just doing it for the, you know, for the facade. Okay. Mystery. There's a mystery outcome on the table. I want to read this one before we get into the mystery outcome. My memories of you haunt me and keep me thinking about what could have been. There's unfinished business here. This person is lost in the magic of this connection because there's such an intrigue in where is this going? The results, the conclusions, the ending. Like, is this being resurrected? Is there a resolution here? The suspense is killing them. They are intrigued. There is such a magic to this connection that these feelings that are arising, I feel like this has never happened to this person. And this is the mystery. what do I do with all these feelings? I've never felt these feelings before. They're coming up. I expected to be able to leave the situation and not feel anything. I expected to leave and be able to walk away like I did every other time. How come all these feelings are coming up? How come I can't stop thinking about this person? How come I can't keep... You are my home, and now I feel like I'm out in the cold. I don't know if I read that one, but it was there. This person feels out in the cold. They feel lost. They feel... But it's like there's still some kind of magic and intrigue and suspense there that is going to result in an outcome and a conclusion and an ending that is going to be in your favor. And for those of you feeling left out in the cold by the winter, you're going to be nice and cozy under the fire, in front of a fire, cozied up next to your boo, trying to keep each other warm. That is the outcome. The outcome, wow. Wow. What has been suspended, what has been put on pause, what has been delayed, with one conversation, starts moving. One conversation, one heart-to-heart conversation, someone can't let you go. They can't let you go. They're praying to the angels, to their spirit team, to their council. This is the council coming through, creating balance. Patience is needed. Someone was working with lower energies, in and out behavior. The Knight of Wands. This is somebody who was not willing to commit, not wanting to commit. They wanted to play around in these in and out energies, coming in for a short time, not a long time. But guess what? Fooled around and fell in love. I fooled around and fell in love. This is an Empress. You can't go casual with an Empress. You can try, right? You can try and do casual with an Empress, but you will fall in love. And I feel like that's what happened to this hermit, this loner, this vagabond, this lone wolf. This is a lone wolf that met an Empress and didn't stand a chance. They probably thought that they could come in, like I said, come in with this Knight of Wands energy, in and out, and just be gone, like everyone else. But guess what? We've already seen that they can't. They cannot stop. The thought of you does not leave them. So what happens now? Wow. Silence is about to be broken. No contact. This silence, all you got to do is be patient. You are the Empress. The Emperor is on his way to you. We saw it in the last reads. The Emperor is ready to provide and protect. All you have to do is know your worth. Nurture your inner child, know your worth. Silence is about to be broken. You already know, your intuition is already telling you that this silence, that the communication is coming, that the silence is louder than it has ever been. And this person cannot ignore the silence anymore. I will tell you that. This person cannot ignore the silence anymore. Towers are falling. Whatever was blocking this connection, whether it be a belief, a family member, a person, a job, a distance, whatever has been blocking this connection is being removed by the divine, by the angels, temperance, the angels, and your counsel. Coming through, justice is being served. So you better believe that your castle is ready for you and your person to enter. House moving castle. For some of them, they may have made a pact with a higher demon, right? And house moving castle, that was his thing, is that he made a wish, he made a pact with a demon for magical powers, and that's why he was trapped in his mysterious ways. But guess what? Enter Sophia, Christ consciousness, and all of that changes. Yes or no question? What is your yes? We're going to do that again because I kind of jacked it. Yes or no question? Here we go. It's a no. It's a no. Hard no.